All right. Thank you for being patient. All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome. People are loading in. That's fantastic. We're going to start on time. I'm going to share with you my screen and let's get started. Okay. So the purpose of this is to break through ceilings, right? With systems. And last time we talked about why systems are so important to me. Systems are leverage. It's technology leverage. It is proven repeatable process leverage. It is scalable media leverage. And last time we talked about emotional leverage, meaning leveraging our ability to dig deep and say, we have fear, we have anger, we have something that's going to drive us in the next 12 weeks to get done what we need to get done to build a business that is going to sustain itself. Habits are also systems. We're going to talk a lot about habits towards the end of this. We're going to talk a lot about time blocking. We are going to have some amazing guest speakers. These are agents that are closing between 20 and 60 deals a month. And they're going to be talking to us about what systems they are using. And a lot of it has to do with how we are spending the same 24 hours that we all have. So without systems in your life, you react to what demands others put on you and your time, rather than controlling the hours in your day to achieve the success you desire. So systems are about leverage. We are right here in module 1, identifying your brand. And we're going to sit here for today and one more session. And the reason we're so focused on branding is that this is what is going to be the building block for everything else that we do. If you do not spend the time going through these very simple, quick exercises, then everything we build on top of this is going to be less effective. We are not going to do some kind of blowout, insane marketing, okay? This is real estate. You know, this is not Coca-Cola. However, we need to be able to create, which it says right here, a clear and consistent message that reaches the right client. So let's jump in. Clearly and consistently communicating who I am, the value I bring, and who is my avatar. So last week's success work was about looking for your niche. It was looking for that market of one that you were in so that you could say, okay, this is my target audience. And we know from research that you will attract people outside of that niche. So don't worry that if you focus on one niche, it means all your past clients aren't going to call you. All the people in your sphere are somehow going to not want to do business with you. Not at all, because your biography is going to include all of your successes, all of your challenges in life, and all of the things that you have overcome. So hopefully everybody did their homework. I thought I would share with you my homework that I completed. And just to give you guys an example. So who is your avatar? I wrote parents and grandparents who are themselves or have children that are autistic, have ADHD, or considered neurodivergent. Clarify your unique value proposition. I can help parents or grandparents with autistic children navigate the buying and selling process by providing resources, strategies, and a compassionate, judgment-free sounding board for their feelings and fears. How to reach my avatar. And many of us will have the exact same thing written down. However, I challenge you to think about other ways that you can reach people, either through networking, through BNI groups, through, kids' soccer games, through school, like whatever it is that you feel like you can reach people. Think a little bit deeper on this, but through content on social media, targeted paid ads, blogs on my website, and referrals from the resources that I provide. All right. So as I said, we are in module 1, identifying your brand. We're going to go through 6 steps today. We're going to go very quickly, but do not fear. We are also going to, at the end, have a Word document that I drop into the chat, which has basically all of the notes from all of these slides It has the links that you'll see that are live in the slide presentation. Those will be in there as well, so that you guys really can go step by step and go slowly through this. But remember, don't overthink it, okay? So we're going to start with step one, your elevator pitch. So I'm going to give you 2 examples of a fantastic elevator pitch. Why do we want an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch. Hey, Jack, I think your phone is not muted. You don't mind muting that, that'd be great. So your elevator pitch is very simply what you would say to any person that you met for the first time about what the pain point is that you have identified, your solution, and then the proof of how you solve that. So 2 different ways to write your elevator pitch. This one, which we got from Alan Dibb, love him. There will be a link to successwise.com in here. Super, super, super website. Definitely worth your time if you want to dig a little deeper. And it says, you know how, pain point. Well, your solution. In fact, proof. Here's an example. You know how many young professionals think they need to save thousands of dollars before they can buy a house? Well, I help young professionals and families buy their home without large upfront costs. In fact, last month, I helped a family of 5 close on a home with a large backyard for kids with no down payment at all. This is directly from Alan's website. I'm going to show you what I wrote. Oh. Okay. An alternative to that is a little bit broader, a little bit longer. Okay. So present the problem, same way you did before. Your opening line should address the specific problem. It does not have to be a question, but it can, but it's going to be absolutely on point. Introduce your solution, clearly define what it is, and then how you solve the problem. Meaning, is it technology? Is it resources? Is it strategies? Is it, what exactly is it? Then why you want to solve that problem. This is where you're going to interject your personal experience, your passion. You're going to tell people. In the previous example, it's like, oh, I help people buy homes, first-time home buyers. But why is that important to you, right? When you can connect emotionally with people, then you're going to have a lasting impression. We all know the saying, people don't remember what you say, they remember how you made them feel, right? So if they know that you're passionate, they see that passion, then that's going to stick with them. And the last thing is a call to action. I think this is really important because after we do the elevator pitch, we need to figure out a way to continue that conversation. So it's not a call to action, meaning buy now or, give me your information or whatever. It's just a question to get their minds thinking about what would be the next step in the conversation, to immediately involve them without waiting for them to reply with some kind of feeling about your elevator pitch. So was mine. You know how challenging it is to move for parents of ADHD and autistic kids? Well, I provide strategies and resources specific to neurodivergent children so the family's move has a clear plan. Patient, structured, and creative, I combine my years of experience and unique skill set with top local professionals to customize a selling or buying process. And importantly, I provide a compassionate, judgment-free sounding board for their feelings and fears. My passion stems from being the parent of an autistic son myself. I know firsthand how difficult change can be for neurodivergent children and the stress most parents feel when selling their current home and moving to a new town. Do you have children? That was my call to action. So write your elevator pitch. I think that what I have written is the longest version of what should be written. Fewer words are better, yet please make sure you hit all 5 of those key points that we reviewed. After you write your elevator pitch, I then challenge you to write your mission statement. Mission statement is super quick and easy, right? I help exactly who do exactly what so they can achieve exactly what. And this is 1 sentence. I provide parents of neurodivergent children strategies, resources, and a customized process to dramatically reduce the stress and anxiety of selling and buying homes. 1 sentence. Who you are as an agent, who is the client you serve, what is the problem that you solve, and the solution that you provide in one sentence. And I love this format. I help exactly who do exactly what so they can achieve exactly what. And again, this is all going to be on your Word document I share. All right, so step 3, your beliefs and values. So I'm going to back up just a little bit. In here, in this elevator pitch, I have some key words that talk about my values. And I think you may end up writing this elevator pitch, going through this process and backing up and putting some of these keywords back into your elevator pitch. You may not, but you may. So give yourself some breathing room to go through this process quickly and then go back and kind of just reanalyze it. Make sure you're okay with what it says. Because when it comes to your beliefs and values, you want to make sure that you are talking about this in a way that the avatar, the person, your parents of neurodivergent children, are going to perceive it, right? You've identified the niche. You've taken the time to do that. That's the most important step. Now you need to say, okay, what are the values and beliefs that I have that align with the values and beliefs of that avatar? And the reason that we wrote your elevator pitch and your mission statement first is that you need to know what problem you're solving, how you are solving that problem, and communicate that, and then go backwards and say, okay, what are the beliefs and values that I can pull out of who I am that are going to align with this avatar? So I have a 23-item belief system that is part of what I gave my team when I had a team. And I think that this is important simply because it provides a framework of who we were as a company. This is not something that I give out on social media as part of who I am or anything else. It is something that is included in all of my listing and buying packets, however, as a pre-listing or pre-buying packet, simply because I feel like it allows the client to get to know me before I arrive. So I'm going to read these to you. This, in some people's opinion, is total overkill. What I believe is by the time the person, if they read all 23 and get to the end of it, they know exactly who I am. So we're in the relationship business. Our clients' goals are our #1 priority. We provide boutique client level service. Desire plus commitment is success. No excuses. There is always a way. Never give up. There is no try. Honesty and integrity. Be accountable. Take responsibility. We exceed expectations. In a world of great, we must be excellent. We do the right thing every time. We do what we say we're going to do. There are no surprises in our transactions. We respect the trust our clients place in us. No transaction is worth our reputation. We are always learning and growing. Discipline is freedom. Nothing is ever a problem. We have specialized knowledge. Exceptional service is about creating the experience, and my slogan is experience the extraordinary. We choose to move from a life focused on success to a life focused on significance. And what I find is when you outline these beliefs, what happens is when people read them, when people see them, when they absorb them, they know better who you are. So we've talked about beliefs. Now we're going to talk about values. So from those beliefs, we can create values. Values are going to be 3 to 5 words that are going to describe very quickly and easily who you are as an agent and what you're going to be able to provide for your client. So my values: experience, patience, creativity, and compassion. Those are going to resonate very clearly with my avatar. So what are your values? In your Word document, you will have a link to this document. And in here, it is going to have a whole bunch of words that are just going to help spark thoughts, right? And it's going to be important to think about, what is that avatar need? What kind of person are you that is in line? Okay. Step 4, your brand color palette. Now, this may seem like you guys are like, oh, really? I mean, do we have to go here? But yes, we have to go here because your values are very easily communicated through color. And this is, albeit slightly blurry, it won't be on your Word document, gives you 4 words that describe each of these colors. And these are proven emotional responses to these colors. And companies like McDonald's, Coca-Cola, they have all put so much money into researching both color and designs and fonts and everything else. What we're doing is we're taking a very small springboard off of what they have already done to create a brand that we can communicate to our client and they resonate with. So why does color matter? So color will increase your brand recognition, and it could be up to 80%. We know from research that most people can remember a total of 7 different brands. So if you ask anyone, name 7 laundry detergents, name 7 different brands of tennis shoe, they can probably do it. Once you get beyond 7, they're going to have to start digging deep. What does that mean for us as agents? In our market, somebody who does not know me, right, and does not know any real estate agent, after a short period of time, will be able to identify 7 agents in our market that they hear and see all the time, right? Chloe, can you put yourself on mute for me, please, hon? What I know is that with 8,000 agents here in Charleston, there is no way that someone is going to remember my name in the top 7 here in Charleston, even though I'm in the top 250 agents, believe it or not. However, we do know that both color and your font and your logo are going to help people identify with your brand without even knowing you. People process, store, and memorize visual content more than words, numbers, or shapes. Why are videos the most popular way to communicate? And iconic color combinations can make a brand's materials instantly recognizable without the logo, without the name, without the product. So we are now used to the golden arches. We know it's McDonald's, right? We know it. If any of you know ABC Liquor, it's 3 red circles, right? There are ways to have your logo and colors communicate for you. And I put on here, which I think is fabulous, 34.5% of purchases are driven by a color influence, right? So let's focus on this. Color matters because it evokes emotion, it attracts attention, and it conveys a message. We decorate our homes in the colors we love, right? We wear the colors we love. So why not bring this theory into our brand so that we can communicate better to our avatar? So although this is small, you will have this in your Word document, all right? This is a fantastic summary of the emotions, the industry, and the uses of different types of color. It's even going to give you some of the hues and why the hues are important. My logo is a royal blue, which you will hear is trust, responsibility, honesty, loyalty. It reduces stress. What am I doing? Trying to reduce stress in people, right? It creates order. Any autistic or ADHD child does so much better with systems and order, calmness, security, and I want people to relax. This is going to be a great guide for you to pick a general color, right? Which is one of these here. Then I'm going to say it depends on the hue, how people are going to receive this. And all of this could be foreign to so many of you, but I want you to believe me when I say that we see, we hear, right? Before we think, right? It comes into the brain. So what you are seeing and what you are hearing is so important. And both color and font and 1, 2, 3, 4 words of your values are going to be able to communicate to different styles of people. If you're familiar with the DISC, the DISC from Tony Robbins, your Ds, your drivers, don't like to read anything, right? So the best way to communicate with a D is in short bullet points, color, right? And simplicity of your logo to be able to create a message. We also want to be able to communicate with our Is, which are those influencers, those people that, just want to be happy and never met a stranger. And our Cs are going to be your engineers, right? They're going to read everything. So we want to be able to communicate to all styles of people. Color is a great way to communicate to all of them, but specifically Ds. So we look at the blue. Are we going to go with a blue, light or dark? Are we going to tend towards green because we want to go more towards that earthy? Or are we going to go red, bold, yellow, orange? I think you guys get the gist, but I think this is so much fun. Don't spend too much time on it, but it's really fun to deep dive into what you want for your colors. Okay, so after you have your colors, we're going to go to biography. And the reason we're going to our biography before we go to our logo is we really want to flesh out who we are as a person. Now, this is going to include both your beliefs, your values, and your avatar. And it's going to include things that people don't necessarily know about you. So one of the best ways to clearly communicate, which is what we're trying to do, clearly communicate our value proposition, is to make sure that you have some personal things in your biography. If you go online and you look at how to write a biography, they're going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff that you need to have in there that has to do with your personal and professional experience. All of that's great. I'm going to challenge you to also include things in there that are going to tie you to your avatar and tie you to specific people. And they're going to tell a story about you, because stories sell and facts tell and stories sell. So we want to make sure that you are telling a story about yourself. I've been through cancer, and it's very important to me that people know that. Why? Because anyone who has a family member that has been through cancer, anyone who has been through cancer themselves, is going to immediately resonate with the strength, determination, and resilience that it takes to get through cancer, get on the other side, and continue to run a business. So that story is going to tell people exactly who I am without me telling them facts. So let's talk about your biography and how to write it. So the very best way for me to start your biography is to pop into ChatGPT and give some information on you. I'm a top real estate agent in Charleston, South Carolina. What information do you need to write me an exceptional biography? Chat's going to give you a whole bunch of items, right? And you're going to add to that your personal experiences. And how do you add things? How do you enter information into ChatGPT? So if you guys have not a deep dive course into how to prompt AI, and this is really any AI, not just chat, I'll give you a quick lesson on prompting. So one of the things that chat does really well, all AI does really well, is that they can store information when you load it in there in a consistent, like one chat format. So I can give chat information, and this is how I do it. Here's the information you wanted for my bio. Read and retain this information for a future prompt. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your information, whatever it is, and you're going to copy it and you're going to paste it in there for chat, and you're going to hit enter. And what you have asked the AI to do is to read it, retain it, and then pull from that for a future prompt. When people talk about creating your own AI, that's exactly what we're doing, right? Instead of the AI pulling from the internet, from the data it's been fed, right, since 2021 or whatever its data bank is, then it is actually pulling from the information we are loading, and it is retaining on our behalf. Here are my values and beliefs. Read and retain this information for a future prompt. Copy, paste, hit enter. Here's my elevator pitch. Read and retain, copy, paste. Then after you've loaded everything in here, here is my story of the challenges I've overcome. Here is my story of my success as an athlete. Here is my story of the things that I have accomplished in my previous business life prior to being a real estate agent. Here are the things that I have accomplished as a real estate agent. I'm in the top 1%. I'm in the top 250. You know, I closed 60 million in transactions last year. I closed 400 deals last year, whatever it is, right? You can include things that are specific to your avatar. I have helped, 15 families with autism and ADHD last year or over the course of my career as a real estate agent. All of those things. Copy, paste, tell chat to read and retain. Then you're going to go in for the prompt and say, use the information you have read and retained to write an exceptional biography for me. It should be in the third person and have a warm and compassionate tone. So one of the things that I have learned about prompts for AI is you can go very deep into how you want them to write the biography. So you have to know that chat and all this other AI has been fed data, right? Books, everything for 3 to 4 years now. And you can tell it the tone, the voice, whether you want your audience to be 21 years old, 44 years old, 90 years old. You can actually put age, you can put grade, write it in the, a fourth grade tone. Not that you're doing this for this, but I'm letting you know. You can put anything in there about how you want it to write. If you have, let's say, a writer that you're just love the style of their writing, you like the cadence of their writing, you like their word use, you can always copy an excerpt from the internet from that writer, tell them who the writer is, copy the excerpt in and say, write my biography in the tone, the cadence, the style, the voice, the tone, whatever of this person. And here's an example, and copy some in. So you really can dive deep into how you want this written. I'm just going to say one thing at the end here, human in the loop. You have got to make it your own. Okay, logo. You can do your logo in Canva. I did mine in Canva. You can do your logo in 99 Designs, and there are lots of other places out there that will do designs. But I love 99 Designs because it's about $500 and you can get an absolutely extraordinary logo. Now you have already decided what colors you want to use. Make sure you let them know. So let's talk about your success work, not your homework, that's going to be for this week. So we are clearly communicating our value proposition through our elevator pitch, our mission statement, our beliefs and values, our brand color palette, our biography, and our logo. So this is the building block. Every real estate system will layer value to your avatar. So this is our first value that we are layering. So let's do it. Next week, so 2 weeks from now, we have our next Success in Real Estate Systems. I would like to very quickly stop sharing and throw into the chat our file. Grab for you guys the Word document that's going to be the backbone of getting this together. Sorry, go try again. Okay, there it is. I'm going to give everybody a second to grab it. This recording will be up on the Impact Worldwide Facebook page. This document should be in the document section. Please grab it now if you can. And then next week, or sorry, in 2 weeks from now, which is going to be, it's the 1st and 3rd, right? Wednesday of each month. So our next is on July the 3rd. So if you guys are around, I look forward to seeing you on July 3rd. If you guys have any questions, if there are any thoughts that you need to mull through, please reach out. You know where to find me. I'm happy to help, and I really want this journey over these 12 weeks to be super successful for you. And next week is our last module on branding, where we are going to talk about the consistency of where we are going to communicate these. So if you do not have your social media pages up and going yet, please make sure that everything is up, right? That we have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube channel, Google My Business. If you're doing TikTok, good for you. I'm not. But make sure all those social medias are up, because one of the biggest things we're going to be doing next time is making sure that we are clearly and consistently communicating all of that on social media. So thanks everybody for being here, and I will see you on July 3rd.